This game is teammates, and I'm going to ask you questions about the Super Falcons players, and I want to see how well you can answer. I know you're new in the squad, you're still getting to know
Huh.
them, but still, it's still going to be interesting to play. Um, First question: who's your roommates in the Super Falcons?
Um, Changes. I mean, most recently was Uchenna Kanu.
Okay, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
asking about her earlier. Funny enough, yeah. Oh, okay. Next question: who would you say is your best friend, in the team? So based on the times that you've been there, who would you say you've grown the closest connection with?
Mm, oh, that's hard. I never really have just one. I mean, on the most recent camp, I was probably closest with you one day.
Mm.
Mm.
But you're saying it changes.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's a few like Inni. When Inni came on camp, like I was always with Inni. When Ads from Adakite Fachuga Dada, when she came, like I was with her. I'm always hanging around with the Pains. So
I would say Ini and that theirs is kind of different because I guess you must have known them playing in England, before.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's different. Okay. Next question: who would you say was the player that you had, like, honestly you didn't know who she was or how good she was, but you saw her play and you're like, wow, she's so good.
Rash.
Wow, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear
Mm,
that. Rash is my favorite player on the Super Falcons, if I'm being honest. So
hmm
that's good. Okay. Next question: who would you say is the funniest player on the Super Falcons? The person that just kept on cracking you up throughout the time you were there.
mm, mhm. Franny.
Granny Odega.
Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
interesting. Okay. Who would you say was the best dancer? I know on the Falcons we have a lot of dancers,
yeah.
so who would you say was the best?
Monday gift.
Gift. Interesting. I
Mm,
You're about the third player that I'm asking this question that is mentioning Monday Gift. So
mm.
maybe she really is the best. Really is the best dancer. Okay. Um, Amongst the players in the team right now, who would you say you've been able to build the best chemistry with on the field? Who do you understand the most on the field?
Um, I think Rash and I have a good understanding. I mean, after I think we'll always speak to each other. I know she's a midfielder, but yeah. Um, Probably or like Nicole and I have a lot of chats. I think because she's a defender as well. So Nicole Payne.
Okay, okay. Based on the time that you've been with the team, who would you say is the best dressed? Like the one girl that you've never seen her without thinking, oh, she looks good.
Yeah. I don't feel like I see it, people outside of what the normal clothes that they wear. I feel like I'm fangirling Rash, but like Rash will wear actually not just Rash, but a Kobe. I think a Kobe is probably best dressed. Yeah.
Ngozi Kobe has, right? And I don't know, like I will say this: there's just something, I don't know. Maybe I don't know, I'm a guy, so forgive me if I'm wrong. But there's something about that I particularly like about, like, her hairstyle.
Yeah, me too.
It just looks
Me
good on
too.
her. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So that's a nice one. Okay, my final question: of all the players that you've seen on the Super Falcons right now, who would you say is a future Super Falcons coach on the team?
Ooh. Onome is definitely going to be a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Onome. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I mean, she's the captain. Well, at least she was the captain for last game. She's the most experienced player. She's been to 5 World Cups. So
Mm.
yeah, if she ends up becoming a coach, I'm sure, like, her players are going to be gaining a wealth of knowledge and experience.
Yeah.
I spoke with Nicole Payne and she told me, like, literally just being around AB on a match is like she gained so much knowledge just from learning from her. So
Mm.
I can only imagine what that's like. Okay. So that brings us to the end of our chats today. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you so much, Ashley, for talking to me.
Yeah, no worries. No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the games as well. Makes
Yeah.
it different.